What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online. So, our next thing we're going to be doing after we finished up the Maryville farms, we're going to see what's over here in the Aqueduct and see what kind of quest there is right now. So, I think we are more than halfway done with all the side quests. We got the main story done, but there's someone here. Let's talk to them.
Well, heading to Surindar's cradle? I hope you brought your own water skin. Or you could buy one off me. My rates are reasonable, given the drought. Water, or rather the lack of it. Something stopped the flow from the aqueduct to Surindar's cradle. I've been hauling water for them in the meantime, but they can't keep this up forever. Don't know. Old stones, old gates and levers, who can say for sure? I overheard the adepts discussing the trouble. A young one, Vosby, seems keen to solve the issue. If you want to know more, she's the person to ask.
Okay, where are you actually?
We must do something about the water, Silujo. Vosby cannot understand. Only puddles remain in the Adeptorium cisterns, but still Silujo forbids this one to act.
Oh, are you serious?
Vosby, our Adeptorium, Srendar's cradle, is parched by a drought. We rely on the Anequina Aqueduct to supply water, but something halted the flow. Now adepts and pilgrims go thirsty. We tend to the sick here. Without water, many of them may die. No, and we never will if Silujo gets his way. He yowls about the risks, but Vosby is not the saucer-eyed kitten she was when Silujo found her. This one must fix this. You're a warrior, yes? Would you escort Vosby to investigate the aqueduct? Thank you for helping, Rook. We should investigate the nearest gate of the aqueduct, just south of here. Srendar willing, we will find whatever blocks the water there. Vosby will meet you soon. This one must speak to Silujo before she leaves. No. My teachers examined the Order's histories and found no evidence of droughts in the past. But we live in curious times, yes? Dragons fly, dead walk. A broken aqueduct would not seem out of place. Vosby does not think so. Before the water reaches Srendar's cradle, it passes Rimen. And for all the city's problems, a drought is not one of them. That means the flow is blocked somewhere between the city and the Adeptorium.
Alright. Oh, 1 second.
I found it. We should examine the gate at the top of the ramp.
Dude, why do those things have the longest aggro radius? Just leave me alone.
Vosby hopes we can find the problem soon. Otherwise, we may have to investigate the Bandar span. A portion of the aqueduct that runs through Bandar's litter. A canyon to the east of the Adeptorium. Silujo forbids us to go there, ever since this one was a Khajiit. Vosby does not know. She has, at times, heard whispers from the older adepts. Something about the Nahatan flu. This one asked Silojo outright about the place years ago. He only shook his head and said it was far, far from Srenda's light. Vasby will be right behind you, but be careful, Walker. Silojo can be overprotective, but he would not resort to lies to hold us back. The dangers of the wastes are real, as you know. Truly, I hate to worry him, but Vasby must do this. Follow the line of the aqueduct east. It should lead you straight to the next gate. Vasby will meet you there. Ha! You protect me by clearing the way, Walker. This one wants to take a moment to study this gate, in case we must fix one later. Vasby will be safe. You will stop worrying, yes?
Alright.
Caught you! Vasby is a quick study, yes?
What?
Vasby is a quick study, yes? Let's examine this new gate. Try. Zisful. Wait, what is this? Curious. This looks fun. This scrap of cloth. Vasby knows it well. It is part of a Srendar adept's habit. One of the old ones we don't wear anymore. Could an adept have been out here? Vasby does not think anyone wore it. The way it is torn, it looks like someone used it to dress a wound. Do you see the stains? This one smells blood too. A warning, perhaps. Or a clue. Maybe. Vasby is no investigator, but finding something like this near the gate feels like a sign. We should find the person, if only to make sure they are not badly hurt, yes? We could start by searching around the columns that hold the aqueduct up. Someone gravely injured may have rested in the structure's shadow. No time to waste, Walker. Let's go. Certain. After the worst of the Nahatan flu had passed, Silojo and the others burned every scrap of cloth touched by the illness. Quilts, linens, and yes, even their habits. Nothing remained of them, aside from paintings in the cloisters. It appears that way, yes. Come, whoever this belonged to may need our help.
This is so tedious. This quest is like, here, do this. Go to the next one. Go to the third one. Why can't you do it? Alright, is it find the injured stranger? Where am I going, first of all? Oh, here it is. I'm dumb.
Another shred of a habit? The blood seems more spotty. From a sword, maybe. Let's keep looking. The blood trail goes cold, yes? But what is that? A cameo? The face looks... This was not dropped by accident, Walker. There must be more to find. This is a nursery rhyme, isn't it? Like the one Vasby read every night as a kitten. Srendar's mercy. Please hurry, Walker. Swaddlecloth? Vasby recognizes that pattern. Come, let's keep looking, come! And we find a death coin lost. Of course, the bloody bandages, the cameo, and swaddlecloth. All these trinkets and mementos lead to a forbidden place. Bandar's litter. Vasby has not been totally honest with you, Walker. This one has a very personal stake in this business. The drought. It's because of me. That is why Vasby insisted on being the one to investigate. Every year, on this one's birthday, someone leaves a gift outside the cloisters. Gifts like the nursery rhyme, coin, and cameo we found, you see? Days after the aqueduct ran dry, the gift giver left a jug of cold, fresh water outside this one's door. It was a message, you see, for Vasby. Now we find these dressings and keepsakes, all leading to Bandar's litter. Our answers are there. Old ghosts haunt this place. Angry spirits that moan and howl curses in the night. Silujo always insisted we stay away. I hate to disobey him, but we have no choice. The last sluice gate and the person we pursue are both inside. Are you prepared?
Just disappeared. Oh yeah, so the other day I actually hold on. We actually cleared Sunspire and it actually wasn't that hard. Like for a full trial, it's fun. There's a lot of cool stuff to see, but it just wasn't a difficult trial. Like I'm sure the hard modes are no joke, but it's getting a vet clear is no easy.
Vasby, beloved child. Finally you have come home at last.
Beloved, what? I don't... We only want to restore the water.
Water? No, no, no. You come for answers, child. Answers from ashes. Take her to our camp at the Bandar Gate. Kill the other and cleanse him in flame. The scouring fire will claim Sarindar's cradle soon enough.
Night blades. I don't know what I was doing. I was like confused on what bar I was on. Trying to talk to my guild.
Quickly! Over here! Silujo saw everything. We must save Vasby. Quickly, please! I may not be Vasby's father, but I feel a father's love for her. What parent would let their child wander the Kaj with a stranger? Silujo followed at a distance, but could not stop Vasby in time. The stricken cats took her deeper into the canyon. The flu. Time heals some wounds and causes others to fester. Sometimes even the greatest healer cannot see all ends. Forgive me. Silujo is an old cat. He rambles. We must go to the Bandar Gate to halt the flames and save my Vasby. There is a cavern deep within the litter. If memory serves, it ascends to the Bandar Gate. We will find the aqueduct blockage and Vasby there. Come, we must hurry. Silujo will try to make these sick, scarred cats see reason. To cure a sickness, a healer must know the ailment's cause. Old hatreds are not so different. We lose time discussing this. Have faith that all will proceed as Srendar wishes.
Okay, so Let's see.
These sick, scarred, you see, we call them the stricken. After the Nahatan flu ravaged their bodies, the people of Elsweyr cast them out. They came to Srendar's cradle once for healing, but the king's vizier would have put our adeptorium to the torch if he knew we... You should know the reason they hate us. It is my fault. They wish to burn our home because I cast them into Bandar's litter to die. Wait, Silujo must speak to you.
Alright, so where are you, dude? Oh!
Before we go further, we must speak. The Bandar Gate lies beyond that door. The Stricken's leader as well, Busby's true father. His love and sorrow has turned to hatred for me. Silujo has no illusions. Death waits for this one through this passage, for the actions of his past. In the days of the flu, chaos reigned. Many came to Srendar's cradle seeking healing, but fear followed the illness. With so many of the ill huddled in our adeptorium, the people saw it as a breeding ground for more sickness. Sutabi, the king's vizier, marched on the adeptorium and threatened us with torch and sword. If the sick remained in the cradle, he vowed to burn it to ash. So I ushered the sick and dying here to Bandar's litter and left them to die.
Yikes.
They had no choice. We had no choice. When you tend to the sick for as long as Silujo has, you cannot help but grow detached. Callous, even. If I kept the sick with us, many healthy Khajiit would die. Khajiit, like Busby. Busby's parents came to us, carrying her in swaddling clothes. They were both near death, or so I thought. But Busby, their child, was healthy as the spring. What could this one do? Her parents had no chance, but she did. I took her in, raised her. Silujo does not fear this death, if it will save Busby. Before it happens, though, this one must ask. You now know the story of Srendar's cradle, of the sick left to die. When this one is gone, Busby will have questions. What will you tell her? Silujo thanks you, Walker. Choosing who lives and who dies weighs on the soul, but as a healer and a leader, I must make hard decisions. If Silujo had to do it all over again, he would make the same choice. Now come. Busby waits. Busby, you are unharmed, yes?
No. My daughter is no longer yours to corrupt at death.
No!
You think you can keep me from my vengeance? Come thee. Busby. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. There's a lore book out here. Oh, there it is. Hello.
You return. Good. Busby already loses too much today. Silojo did not... Busby could not... He is gone. His soul wanders the sands behind the stars now. The other adepts mourn for him as Busby does, but they do not know the truth of his death or the cost of the water you restored. But you know. Busby knows. And it may be too much for her to bear. Busby loved this place. She idolized Silojo and the other healers. She prayed to Srendar for the strength and wisdom to serve as well as those who came before. But Srendar's cradle is a lie. My dream is a lie. What is Busby to do now? The people of Elsweyr think that the adepts of the cradle worked miracles to stave off the flu. Now I see that they only hid the sick in the wilderness to let them die. How can this one just ignore that? How can I dedicate my life to such a place?
Yikes. I don't know.
Yes, this one will stay. But I will not lie about what happened here. Silojo made an impossible choice, but the people deserve to hear the truth. Thank you, Walker. We only just met, but you are the closest thing to family that Busby has left. Brothers, sisters, Busby must speak about Silojo's passing.
There's a public dungeon in here that I'll do at some point.
Before he passed, this one learned the truth of the stricken, of the role we healers played in their suffering.
Let's
No
go
longer. In Srendar's name, we must go to Bandar's litter.
down
We must
here.
help the stricken, and we must try to heal this age-old wound, for their sake and for ours.
Oh, accidentally moved. Alright, anyway, I'll see you guys in a second when we get to the next spot.